I'm 30 and I'm a Coptic Christian. Basically, an Egyptian Christian. Well, that's what I grew up to be. But actually, I've struggled with going to church in the past. You see, every time I try to go to church, I face the random ammu, Habibi, ma بتجيش الكنيسة ليه? Which translates to, why don't you come to church? Or the random taunt pull you aside and completely embarrass you in front of everyone. ايه ده انا زعلانة قوي منك يا حبيبي ما بنشوفكش خالص. Which translates to, I am very upset from you. We never see you here at all. All sound too familiar? Well, let me be clear. It's all out of good intentions. Simply out of love. But let's be real, it doesn't always feel like love. Deep down, you're uncomfortable. You've just been judged. You're anxious. You're embarrassed and even ashamed. And that's what we carry with us next time we think about going to church. But here's the thing. We can't let those awkward moments define our relationship with God, because He's the one calling us back. Look, I want to go back to church. So what else am I supposed to do? You see, you and I have grown up in the West. Whether it be Australia, US, or Europe, we all have the same thing in common. We didn't grow up with the church being the center of everything. We grew up constantly trying to fit in at school, uni, or work. And that meant slowly fading out of our church. Like the people we surrounded ourselves with weren't even from our church. And so over time, I started to doubt myself. Do I even belong here anymore? It's weird, right? They clearly care. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like love. It feels like shame, like pressure, like I'm just not enough. And that is where the enemy creeps in. Whispering lies like, you're too far gone. They'll never accept you again. You're not worthy. But let me remind you of something powerful. Those thoughts, they're not from God. Because the truth is, the church is your home. Whether you choose to believe it or not in that moment, it is and will always be your home. Doesn't matter if you're a party goer who's been out every weekend, or a Netflix and chill kind of person who's crossed boundaries, or someone who's stuck in a vicious cycle of drugs and alcohol. The church is still your home. Yeah, it might be daunting in the moment, trying to come back to church. But here's the thing. You'd be pleased to know that we're all in the same boat. Nobody is perfect. We've all got our own internal struggles, our own internal battle. We need to stop letting shame define who we are. Healing starts with just one small step. Just take that one small step. And remember, in Romans chapter 8, verse 1, there is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus, who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. So I'll continue to go back to my church and praise my God. That's where true life is. Keen to hear your thoughts? Comment down below. Let me know I'm not the only one thinking that way. Or am I? Yalla, bye.